Secrets.org, the answer to all your burning questions.
Hey YouTube, it's Rizwan from Anime Secrets and Toku Secrets. You thought we died, didn't you? It's been about a month or two since our last video, but things have been kind of hectic with end of the semester for me, and then work and life for everyone else. But we are back, and it's great to be back. We have Anthony and Nathan once again to join us for this episode 6 of Toku Secrets. Oh, fine. Don't say a word, you guys. Just, be quiet. That's how it is.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
I'm trying to introduce y'all, and you're like, no. We gotta talk. It's a podcast. So, yeah. Sorry about that little hiatus we had. At least it was started in the Nickelodeon hiatus or Dinosaurs.
Okay.
But yeah. Since then, since our last video, episode 5, where we finished our ToQger video, there's been a bit of news floating around the fandom that we figured we might as well address tonight, and also give our first thoughts on the Ninja, which is the 39th Super Sentai season, and it's based off of ninjas this time, instead of like dinosaurs, trains, and whatnot. This is actually the third time we're going to have ninjas in the Enter the Sentai family, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Nope, you're right.
Okay. I figured. I don't actually know how to classify Senkinzer, but I guess they're more samurai than they are ninja.
Oh yeah. They had there was no ninja theme in Shinkenger.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we get on to the ninja news, which I know you guys are all here to see that, Anthony and Nathan and I've been kind of wanting to bring out some news about what's been going on in the fandom, so I'll let you guys take it away.
Okay, with me, basically, Dekaranger is having their, 10 years later special. Basically, what happens is that, I'm guessing every year, they'll have, past Sentais will have, a 10-year or, a whatever anniversary season they'll have, and they'll air, a movie of, what happens after they defeat, and their show ended, basically. What happens is that in this one, Dekaranger, there's going to be a lot of cameos from a lot of cop related metal heroes slash detectives on this movie. I think they're going to have Gavon, Space Shark Gavon, um, Jam Person. Uh, it's just a whole lot of cameos. It's going to be big.
It's like every single most people that are associated with cops from many tokusatsu show. I know that Signalman from Car Ranger
Yeah,
and
he's going to be on there.
Kamen Rider Axel, who was a police in his Kamen Rider season, he's going to be in there too, I think.
It's really really odd, but it's gonna be fascinating too. It's like how they're gonna do with all of them.
So it's like a big police gathering thing. It's almost like the Kyoryuger, Aba Ranger, G Ranger, Dino Charge, dinosaur crossover, except you're bringing in all cop-related tokusatsu heroes. So it's really going to be a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we counted most every cop the other night on Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single one missing. Though I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
Well,
but that gives me a good incentive to watch Dekaranger at least.
Exactly.
I can't wait to see how they bring that one down. That's going to be really fascinating.
Indeed.
So, out of idle curiosity, given I've never watched Dekaranger and you've watched SPD and Dekaranger,
yep.
How do the two rank?
I'd say at least around a 7 or 8.
So Decaranger's 7 or 8?
Yeah.
From what I've seen too, I haven't watched it all the way through yet, but from what I have seen, yeah, I would have to agree. It's about a 7.
Okay. That's interesting, because SPD did so well over here, I thought, anyway.
Yeah, SPD is really good. I'm not hating on anything. It's just that, SPD's still a good series. It's just that there there are better seasons than that
Well,
though.
there's Time Force in
Hey,
space, and that's about
well,
all
there
we
you
can
go.
really
Well,
say.
there you go. See,
I mean, you can't really compare with like Andros and everyone else.
Hmm.
well, the case closed. it
Yeah.
was right in my mouth.
So that's one thing that we've been kind of monitoring lately, waiting to get some news about.
And the other thing in Tokusatsu news, I think it was released around this week or maybe last week. The only thing that we can really say right now is that the official title for the new Kamen Rider season that will succeed Drive this year has come out. It has been confirmed to be Kamen Rider Ghost, and I am personally happy for that because before that there were rumors going around that it was going to be a fashion themed season, and no, like I am beyond glad that we got a Ghost series. Like that is going to be cool. I think.
I'm swear, like Orin or Alphonse Piero from a freaking guy would have been perfect for that season. if it was fashion season, he'd be like, "Let's him shit."
And people are already making Ghost Rider jokes about that season, but yeah,
Right.
that's
Oh, well, I saw one where like it was Danny Phantom. He's like, I'm going ghost and shit.
okay. So yeah, the point is that we got a pretty interesting upcoming Kamen Rider season to come. Not no more information has been released. We don't even know what the main rider looks like yet, but we should keep an eye out on that because it looks like it's going to be interesting.
yeah.
Also, in other news, Rest of Sentai ToQger Dream Tokyo 7 V Cinema Promo was aired like last month, and I think they have like a the movie's coming out this summer, I believe, which I have like really mixed feelings on, given it's another ToQger movie, and they kind of ruined Tokyo 7 for me real badly with the promos that I've gotten so far.
Hmm.
So I don't know if I want to watch it or not because it's basically like just a crap on your face that Zet's not the purple Tokitsu.
Yeah, that
It,
is disappointing me. I was like, really? He's not
yeah,
gonna be that?
I
Yeah.
mean, I really want it to happen. I think we talked about this in a review at one point that Zet would make for a pretty interesting story as a Tokitsu.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know if like any plot information's been given out since, but all we know right now is that it takes place like 20 years later or something after Tokitsu, and everyone's already grown up and they forgot how to be like Tokugersers because they don't have imagination as strongly as they used to. But Akira and Conductor come back and help them, and there's a weird scene where adult Tokuger and kid Tokuger meet up and they all, I think 12 of them, yeah, 12 of them get together and have this big fight against whatever evil they're fighting. I don't actually know what they're fighting.
You're like, what?
Yeah. So again, Tokuger's kind of erring on the side of just what, which I mean it's not that uncommon given the Tokuger series as a whole was a lot of what. But any other thoughts on that or anything else you want to bring up right now?
I I mean, concerning the ToQger movie, I'm not even gonna bother watching it. Like, I'm done with that season, and
Yeah, you're like, I'm just done. Like, I can't take no more.
Okay, just to confirm, this is now your second most hated Sentai.
it is. I mean, I'm sorry. If maybe that movie would have redeemed it, but when they make, and I'm not even gonna mention it because it's gonna piss me off. But if they made Zet the purple ToQger, then maybe I would have liked it a bit more. And I liked the villains, but it's just
I mean,
it's
yeah.
close.
The way I see it is that because of Zed becoming transforming Tokyo Roku for that one episode, people are all speculating, oh, he's gonna be a Tokyo. Like, we all assume that. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a weird thing to have conductor as a freaking Tokuger.
It,
Yeah. I mean, Zed as a ToQger actually makes sense because he obsessed with light. What better way of shining brighter than to actually become a ToQger? Then he'd be like, "Oh wow, this is what being shiny, feeling shiny feels like." That could have been perfect. That could have been perfect development for his
It would
character.
have been great. It'd been like the Corone thing all over again.
Oh my god, I was just thinking that.
Like Corone all over again. How could we? How could you go wrong with that? Really? How could you go wrong with that?
They missed opportunity.
They missed a lot of opportunity. I mean, I'm looking at a photo right now, and it's basically just all of them. Like just the kid forms are like kind of wondering like what the hell are they looking at, while the older one's like, oh crap, that's not looking good.
Exactly, like for real.
So yeah, right now I'm just not. I'm not. But I may watch it just because I'm a completionist, which is one day that's gonna kill me.
Yep.
I ended up watching all the ToQger movies and I really regret doing that. Though I watched all the Curator movies and I really love myself for that. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, um, that's all we got for that. Let's start
Yeah.
up with Ninninger. All right. So when they started showing like the promos of Ninninger, I was actually really excited, and I couldn't explain why until more recently. I love ninjas.
Me too.
Absolutely love ninjas a lot. So having another ninja team sounded pretty cool, especially given out like it's a winning combo. It's like the dinosaur thing all over again. Dinosaurs make for a good Sentai. It's just something I firmly believe in now.
Hmm.
So I was pretty excited in the beginning. Um,
And one of the previous Ninja Sentai's Hurricane shirt, that's in my top 10 favorite Sentais.
yeah,
So I'm a huge fan of Ninja Sentais.
actually, Ninja Storm and well, there's not really much you can do talk about either Power Ranger or Ninja because that was like a 10 episode deal or like an 8 episode deal.
Yeah. It'd be
But
kind of weird seeing like, you know, what's his name? Orko from Alien Ranger being the team up with the Deputy Power Rangers, and you're like, why is he here? He's not technically a ninja, he's an alien.
yeah, I don't think that would ever work.
It would work if they had, if they had the Ninja Storm Rangers there instead of having one of the Cuck Rangers there. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe they had like both Reds from Ninja Storm.
Yeah, like
But
Hunter and Shane.
yeah. Anyway, like I said earlier, Ninja is the 39th Super Sentai season, and it began airing February 22nd, 2015, which is about 3 months ago. Yeah,
Yep,
actually, it's been exactly 3 months ago because today is May 31st.
yep.
So, yay. Anyway, so the episode begins with the main lead, Red Sentai. I don't even. They need like a word for it, like how to have Ranger in America.
I think they call them Seishis, I think, or
I
Senshi.
think Sensei is like for a group, though, isn't it?
Senshi is the Japanese word for warrior.
Okay,
So,
so I'm gonna start using that because that just makes it seem more badass to me.
yeah.
So the Red Sensei appears. He doesn't really have his powers yet, but his name's Takaharu Igasaki, and he goes back to his old dojo where he grew up, and his family owns it. The family um of the last ninja is his actual family, so he's the descendant of the last ninja.
Though that name, the Last Ninja, kind of is like, how is he the Last Ninja when there have been ninjas before him?
Well, it's a misleading title because later we'll see later on that
Yeah,
the last ninja wasn't actually the grandfather.
exactly.
So I mean, we'll touch on it a little bit more in a minute, but basically, while Takaharu's at the dojo, he finds out that the place got ransacked, and these creature kind of things are kind of ruining around and doing stuff. So he transforms into Aka Red Ninja, and starts to fight him.
Well, the kick ass Background music plays in the background.
Yeah, that was actually a really well done scene. I actually, when I saw that scene playing, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a good season.
Yeah, exactly.
Much better than ToQger and on par, possibly, with Kyorizer and Gokaizer and Go Buster.
Yeah, they did this. They did it in Shinkenger and Go Busters, and they even did it in a pretty badass fashion in Kamen Rider Wizard Season. And I really love that in first episode.
Yeah,
Don't play the opening sequence; just play the theme song to an opening battle.
Yeah, I mean
yeah,
that's the way to go. This is a TV show for male children primarily. I know there are a lot of females that watch it, but we all have to admit, in the beginning when all Tokusatsu began, it was for the young male boys.
yeah.
And so the best way to captivate the interest of a young male boy when they're watching a new TV show they've never seen before, put a crap ton of action in it and they're good to go.
Exactly.
I mean, hell, I'm 27 and I still love a crap ton of action on my beginning TV shows.
Hey, I'm 23 and I still love it.
So, yeah, he fights them. They vanish because that's what little henchmen normally do. I think there's like a mystery figure or something that takes a mallet from the dojo.
Yeah, who actually kind of looks like a Cubimon for gamers.
Yeah, no, it did.
Hmm.
Uh-oh, Ninjas versus Digimon.
Yeah,
Wow.
really. Like,
And what's funny is that,
Kyubimon is basically Kyumi. What is it? Kyumimon?
Cubey.
Yeah.
and it's really funny how her name actually is Huemon. I mean, that's just a huge Digimon reference.
Right?
Yeah.
And even as some guy who doesn't even watch Digimon that much, I can see that. So
Exactly.
Yeah. So, the mallet's stolen by Kyumon, and as soon as that ends, Fuka Igasaki, Takaharu's younger sister, arrives and starts trying to tell off Takaharu for destroying the family dojo. Before the father, Sumidzi Igasaki, arrives and he's like, hey, there are actually some bad guys coming back from the dead. And she's like, I'm done with you. Nope, I don't believe you. Nope, nope, not happening. Because it's been so long since the last attack by these evil things. So the family's kind of in a lull of like, oh, okay, we have
Yeah.
there's peace.
Apparently, the master, his name is Kibaoni Gengetsu. I'm guessing that's what his name is. He's the big baddie of the series, and he's been sealed up for all these years. Thanks to
Yeah,
the last stealing Shurikens.
yeah,
so it's like I guess you could kind of say he's like Lord Debos from Toryuger, like the big bad who they're trying to revive currently.
yeah.
Yep.
I was reminded a lot of Kyorizer with the henchman running around doing stuff for like most of the season.
Yeah,
That's actually a really good parallel.
it really is.
And there's several other Sentais that have done that too, like Gingamon did that. But I like that kind of premise. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, Sumidzi tries to remind them of their family history, like them being descendants of ninjas, and stop worrying about like the life, about the life of their normal lives and all that, but instead go and become the ninjas that they're meant to be. So, while it's going on, the cousins Yakuma, Nagi, and Kasumi appear, and okay, I'm gonna need some help here, cause I know they're all cousins, but who is whose siblings aside from Takaharu and Fuka?
Okay,
No, go ahead.
Takeru and Fuka are the only siblings. The rest of them are just cousins.
Really?
Basically, the last ninja has, I'm guessing maybe 4 kids. I'm guessing he has 4 kids. Those 4 kids are, are the the grandkid will have grandkids of the last ninja with Takaharu and Fuka, uh, Yakumo, his mom, and the other two I have no idea.
Well, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now, and it seems like we have 3 Igasakis, which are Takahata, Fuka, and Sumiichi, not
Yep.
counting their grandfather. Then you have Yakuma Kato, Nagi Matsuo, and Kasumi Momotsuchi. So that implies to me that we have at least 4 children of the last Ninja.
Yeah. Basically, that. Yeah. I thought that said that clear. Sorry.
Now I'm just making it like more like based off the logic of the names. That's what I'm assuming here.
Yeah.
Because when
And
I
I
was
like
watching the TV show, I thought at one point Nagi and Kasumi were siblings.
oh,
No.
I don't know what it was about it, but like maybe the translation of the subs. But I saw one of them refer to each other as Nissan. I was like, well, okay, they're probably siblings, like how Takaharu and Fuka are.
I think they kind of use the siblings. They treat each other like siblings, even though they're not really siblings. Because like some animes, they do that too, where like they're cousins, but they call each other Nissan or
Yeah,
or you know,
and I
etc.
like this new dynamic on a Family Sentai because, like, so far prior to this, we've had 3 seasons where, like, it's not so much of a team, so much as a family. Like, we had Five Man, Go Go Five, and Maji Ranger, but in that case, all the Rangers were siblings. So having them be cousins was a cool new take on it.
Yeah, like it's
yeah.
siblings and cousins, and like that's never been done before. I don't think.
I mean, it just goes to say that this is a family business, the Sentai,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Okay, before we go on to like anything else, I'm gonna ask that we all take a bet on who will be the final Last Ninja, because they're all competing for the title of Last Ninja in this season.
Hmm.
Who do y'all think it'll be?
I
If
want to.
if it was somebody I wanted to be him, I'd say blue, but it's probably gonna be red.
Yeah, it probably is going to be red, but I would want either blue or pink, honestly, because I like those 2 characters. But uh,
Really, I like white and blue, and
yeah, I do like white too. But I mean, I think like given where the series is kind of going, like the 2 people other than red, who was most likely going to be it, blue and pink seem more likely to become the last ninja.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Well, I mean, I really think that if Yakuma gets it, he would bring something very interesting. Well, actually, I take that back. Yakumo and Kasumi would both bring something very interesting to the dynamics of being the last ninja. We're not gonna do like a whole like plot summary or everything. I don't think for like the season this time around. We're just gonna talk about the episodes as a whole and what we kind of see.
mhm.
yeah,
Because I mean, a lot of stuff like I find this more interesting than talking about the plot of the Sentai's. But anyway, Yakumo is a Magi user. He was actually learning how to do magic in England.
Mhm.
yeah,
So one of the things that he mentions in the first couple episodes is that he wants to combine and blend magic and ninjality, which by the way, ninjality is the ninja power.
you know, when you kind of think about it, it kind of sounds like a Mortal Kombat fatality. If you think
Yeah,
like finish him, natality,
yeah.
natality.
So having a magic ninja is actually pretty damn cool.
It's pretty cool. You
And
know,
then,
honestly, he kind of fits magic. He kind of fits magic. You know, it's funny that we're actually gonna be talking about we're talking about magic and Magic Ranger, given what we're gonna talk about later on in the episodes we will review.
yeah,
You'll yeah
yeah,
we'll know you'll know why, audience.
yeah. And then Kasumi, who she's going to school right now to become, I guess it's an engineer. That's my guess.
Yeah, I think so.
I, I, either she's an engineer or like just a general scientist who knows medical stuff.
Yeah, so she's the smartest one of the group, I think.
Yeah. Well, she's the one that builds a lot of like the drink. She's basically Billy.
Hmm.
But she's kind
Actually,
of
she's Billy and Dana if they had a love child.
I don't know. She seems kind of dull to me, to be honest with you.
I like her more for the her dream, which we'll get to later on.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of happy that we have a. I'm just really happy that we finally have a Pink Ranger that's not girly girl dits. I mean,
Dude, I know. I was so excited about
I
that.
know, yeah.
I mean, Kagura I can make an exception with because she's so adorable, but still,
Uh,
that's kind of wearing thin.
Yeah.
well,
So,
Ahim was also really cool too.
yeah,
I was cool, yeah.
And Amy, I actually liked all the pinks I've seen so far in Sentai. I have no problem with any of them.
just wait until you see Ghost Ape Pink, dude.
I'm not watching Ghost Aizer.
Don't watch it.
Not
You're so
watch. I watched the 100-year movie. That's all I'm gonna do.
okay, and you're lucky.
I'm not 100-year movie. The 199 whatever.
Yeah,
The
that crop.
Gokaiser special movie.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
all I need to see of Ghost Aizer to know I don't like him. And yes, audience, I am gonna be that bigoted and not watch it and give it a chance because a lot of it irritated me that much. I was so irritated by the time that was over. But yeah, I just feel like Yakumo and Kasumi are the more interesting characters of the episodes that we're talking about in this part. Which, by the way, episodes 1 through 8. We'll cover 9 through 13 or whatever later on. So Kasumi and Yakumo are like the more interesting ones. Nagi kind of bores me.
He bores me too. More than Kasumi does, honestly.
So far, we've only had one episode devoted to him, and
That wasn't really an
Even then,
episode.
even then, it's not about him about that much anyway.
Yeah.
I don't remember much of his personality. So he's really the boring, bland one so far.
Yeah.
Well, he's basically the youngest one in the group, so he's kind of like he idolizes Yakumo and Takaharu a lot.
So he's kind of like a comic relief character in some ways.
Yeah. And then
I bet-
Fuka is the standard Pink Ranger with the damsel in distress kind of stuff.
I actually kind of view Fuka as like the funny comedic ranger, honestly.
I think they both take turns on this, honestly.
Especially since I mean it's kind of a running gag here where like they did this in the past few episodes where like they're going through tests to test their mentality, and the running gag is that Yakumo and Kazumi will always get the highest scores. Then Fuka and Nagi will just get S scores, and Taka will ironically get like an F or something.
Yeah, like it's like they get it's like Kasumi and like Yakumo get A's, like A pluses and all that stuff. Fuka and Nagi, they'll probably get like maybe B, C average, and then you get Takaharu, you get straight up F's. It's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, the rest of episode 1 is basically the coming of the Ninninzers. In the beginning, the siblings and the cousins are like, no, we don't want to become Ninninzers and fight the new evil. But then evil kind of finds them, and they have to react and fight it back. And by this point, it's like, well, okay, fine, we'll just do it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, there's a very interesting way that the monsters are created in this series.
Oh yeah.
They're created from shurikens that Kuwaimon actually used that was sealed. Kibaoni, their leader, and they've used different objects to create certain monsters. Like for the first episode, a monster was created from these blades, I believe.
That was a chainsaw.
Chainsaw, yeah, it was chainsaw. But it had like two blades on the side of it. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
that reminds me of how Inter created Metaloids and Go Busters, like how he hooked up his laptop to an inanimate object and turned it into a monster. So that's
Yeah, that does remind me of that too.
Yeah.
the only downside to the first episode is that we get like it debuts the actual main mecha Shuriken, and I really like ToQger did this too, and I'm really getting annoyed with how they're like shoehorning it, like introducing the mecha first episode, because I really think they need to wait until the second episode to do that. Like that's just
In earlier Sentais, like they didn't get get the full mecha till like maybe 5 episodes later after.
Yeah.
yeah, like we didn't but even if
Okay, your reads are.
second episode, it's fine. Like we didn't see Kyoryugen until the second episode of Kyoryuger, and
Exactly.
I thought it was more later than that.
You're thinking of Go Busters. Go Busters, they waited like a while to get their mecha.
Okay, probably.
and I mean, we saw Gokaio for maybe like 2 seconds in Gokaiju, but we didn't actually see it fully in action until the second episode. So.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I'm okay with the way that they handled the first episode, honestly, like this time. But yeah, I do agree. In general, they didn't do like the introduction of characters, the getting the powers, and the mechs all in one episode.
I love their reaction to getting their mechs. They're like, wait, why do I have a train and like why do I have a dog? Dump truck.
Actually, it's kind of why. Can we talk about this for a second? Why are these Zords the Zords?
It's explained by I think what's the name? Last Ninja's dad explains like I think Last Ninja explains to his dad, like, to his son about why they made the mechs.
Oh, I remember now. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But anyway, yeah, they have a freaking dog and a train and a dump truck.
I mean, the dragon
like, makes sense.
And the walking robot ninja makes sense, you know.
Well, the robot ninja is actually a ninja.
Yeah, it reminds me of Kaku Ranger a bit with the Red's mech.
Yeah, I thought it would be like a basic carbon copy of it.
Yeah.
Those 5 shonen boosts.
Yeah. So, yeah, after this, at the end of the episode, after they defeat their monster, Mr. Figure is watching, and he jumps out of nowhere like, "Hey, I'm your grandpa." Wait, you're not dead? Dun dun dun.
You know, we gotta talk about this too. How is he not dead?
Yeah,
I have 2 theories on this.
Because the way that they talk about him, I thought he would be like, you know, this is like 100-some years ago with them sealing him up with the monster keep only, you know.
It's probably some ninja magic bull that they're gonna try and justify it with later on.
Then that means he's really, really, really old.
Well, yes, but yeah. I mean, he basically had to be the last ninja. Let's say he was the last ninja when he was like 20.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if he was last ninja when he was 20, then he had to be last ninja for like what, like 60 years? So he'd become like 80.
Oh, maybe he's
like 100.
The last ninja of his clan. Before, you know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. He's the last ninja because remember he tells his son later on, "You're not really worthy because you have no talent for this crap."
Well, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later on, but that's like a teaser for, you know. Spoilers! Not
spoilers!
Really, if you're watching the video, you're already looking for spoilers as it is.
You know, if you find them online, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah. But, yeah, he comes out of nowhere, and I was kind of disappointed by this. I thought they'd wait a little while to introduce him. That's what I really was disappointed by with this episode.
Yeah.
And then, after episode 1, we get episode 2, where we begin to what I'm finding to be a tradition in the Sentais and Power Rangers as well, where the first episode introduces the team as a whole, but then episode 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6 will carry that train of thought and begin introducing one character at a time from the team with like a kind of focus episode on them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is. There is one Sentai that kind of starts introducing the characters' personalities right from the first episode, but I actually won't spoil. I won't recover this.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
So normally what happens is the Red Ranger kind of gets a little introduction in the first one. So off the bat, we know Takahata. He has a couple of traits about him. He's reckless. He's stupid. And he loves to say the following phrases all the time.
And he loves food.
He does love food. That's so hot! I'm fired up!
I'm like, shut up.
I'm gonna say this starting out for the audience. there's a reason I didn't really talk about Takahata too much in the beginning of this video. I don't like him.
We don't like him at all. We don't like him at all.
Well, look, I think Nathan likes him.
No. I know I don't like him, but I don't think he's as bad as Right. I mean,
He's
That's
getting
debatable.
there. He's getting there.
If he keeps on, he's gonna get there. Trust me.
I don't like him, and he could always be worse than Right eventually. But right now, I don't want to think he is.
And granted, Wright didn't become bad until like the end of ToQger.
Yeah.
So
Okay, then.
we'll get
But I
him
see a
that.
potential for it right now, where he's just setting himself up to be like super annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, he's reckless. He runs in with like no thought to anything else. He just really, really aggravating to me.
And yet he's somehow superior to everyone else.
Well, I debate that a little bit. I actually think Blue's a bit better, and we're going to talk about it right now a bit more.
Kind of like how they say that Wright supposedly had more imagination than Kagura, even though that was clearly not the case.
Yeah. So episode 2 is all about Yakumo, sorry, and it's basically beginning. The ninjas are brought to their new dojo to begin training their skill in Shuriken ninja art, while being given a promise that one day, whoever has improved the most will be the last ninja. We'll get the title of that. Grandpa leaves to go away because he didn't want to even help the grandchildren. He just wants to go. He's very Italian.
Grazie.
He is so Italian it hurts.
He really is.
Yeah. He leaves them to do some training, and it's the 5-style Nin Shuriken, which is basically a. I think that's the one where they like cloned themselves. I watched this episode a long time ago. Do you guys?
Wait, Hosh, what now?
From the episode, with episode 2 is it just it's revolving more around Yakumo and his personality. So
yeah,
it's
well,
basically about.
It really doesn't matter like what the technique was, I guess, huh?
The problem that I do have with this episode, though, like, well, I was talking to Patrick about this once, and he brought up how he's kind of annoyed with how that like almost every Sentai these days having rivalries between two rangers, where one ranger just wants to be better than the other. I've seen this like some seasons in particular. I've seen this with Bokenger. It was in Shinkenger, and
it's Dekaranger too.
Yeah, Dekaranger. And I don't know. I'm kind of getting annoyed by this. I can kind of let it slide here because there's more of a competition. But I really think that they need to sort of tone down this kind of rivalry just for that very shallow motivation.
Well, okay, the motivation here is actually really legit, though.
Yeah.
I actually think that in this case, if they weren't rivals, I'd be worried.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the most shallow. The one that I think is the most shallow was actually in Shinkenger, which is probably because that rivalry just petered out after a few episodes. But but like I said,
But actually, this is the first rivalry you see since Shinkenger.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually good.
I don't mind it as much as Patrick did, because I think there is a legit reason why there's a rivalry here.
Yeah. By the way, Patrick is Ketchup Blogs on YouTube. He's also part of a Otaku Sentai Ninninger as Black Dino. Little plug right there for Otaku Sentai Ninninger. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like you guys bring up good points about there being the rivalry, but I think they did tone it down. Like, chronologically, they toned it down for like what? Gokaiser, Go Buster, Kiriitsu, ToQger, 4 seasons before they brought it back.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point you have to recycle the same ideas and repackage it somehow.
Unless you want to maybe kind of say that little playful rivalry between Ian and Soji and Kiriuger, but that was okay. That was kind of cool.
That was character building.
It really
Yeah.
was.
I didn't mind that. Like, I really liked that though.
Yeah.
So that's something.
But it wasn't like a heated, like, I'm better than you because I'm better than you kind of thing.
It's more like you kind of get on my nerves, you go away, and
Yeah.
kind of in the way, you're interfering, kind of thing.
Right. So, again, I don't mind that as much. But yeah, in the episode, we kind of see, like, Yakumo and Takaharu kind of having friction between each other on who is the better ninja. And Yakumo is so confident that he's the best one because he actually has like experience with like ninja mentality and also magic, whereas Takaharu has more heart for it, so therefore he's more motivated to get better and become better and be better than everyone else. But at the end of the day, they're both like really good ninjas.
Yeah.
Actually, if it weren't for these two, they'd be screwed.
They would.
I still want to argue that maybe Kazumi is just as good, but that's just me.
Who?
No, I think Kasumi is like almost on par. Like she could be just as good as Yakumo.
Oh no,
I
I
think.
think she'd be a great last ninja. Don't get me wrong, I think she'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But at the same token, I don't think her. We'll get to that later on. I think more. So yeah, that's all there really is about episode 2. Episode 3 was Nagi, the yellow ninja.
Ugh.
Just
Okay,
like a big event in this episode, we get a new villain called Raizo Gabi,
Oh, I like him.
I do
really
like him. He's a badass.
who develops an obsession with battling Takaharu.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. But yeah, that's the main thing that we like about it. The thing we don't like, they have a test at the beginning, and everyone does pretty well except for Takaharu because he's kind of an idiot and he can't do anything right the first time on a test.
Basically.
But they kind of all belittle Nagi for having like this manual. He basically has like certifications for everything, like becoming like a accountant, a lawyer, a plumber. I don't know. He had a certification for everything, so he had like a manual for how to be a ninja. And he's trying to apply the ninja things from the manual in actual combat, and he was failing because no manual can actually teach you how to be a freaking ninja. It's kind of something you have within you, or you learn over time from experience.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that just doesn't help at all.
And Nagi so far seems to be like he's kind of a comic relief character. He's nowhere near as irritating as Togashi from ToQger, but
Togatsu was not entertaining. You shut your whore mouth.
I was saying he's nowhere near as annoying.
Oh, annoying. Okay, fine. I can give you that.
Okay. I was if I ever said that Togashi was entertaining, then yeah.
Then I'm gonna boot you from the call.
Yeah. And I wouldn't blame you for doing that.
Yeah.
But
All right,
But-
but go
he's
ahead.
just there mostly. He's not done anything so annoying so far. He's really just been bland, so that's his biggest crime.
I mean, he in this episode he did try and take the lead because he felt like, okay, well, Takaharu and
Yakumo.
thank you, I blanked on that so badly. They're both my idols, and I want to prove to them that I'm worthy of their acknowledgement. So let me try and defeat the next monster on my own, like how they did in their last episodes. But he can't because he's just not that good. He's really young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And his actor is actually the youngest of the 5 actors, so he really is the youngest.
How old is he?
I don't know, like he was born in 1998 apparently, so
He's
He's-
well, he's 17 then.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's
Like-
17.
he's as young as Kagura was back in ToQger because she was that young too.
yeah, but I really have a question. Why is the 17-year-old already certified in so many things?
He is like there are several episodes that show him and Fuka are still in high school though.
Yeah,
so-
no, not Fuko. Well, yeah, it was Fuko, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fuka
Hero.
high
Yeah.
school.
So, I mean, again, Why is he so certified and everything?
He has free time.
Yeah, apparently. So,
It's like all of the ninjas except for Takaharu have like this special gift of like learning a lot of things.
yeah. Um, I mean, that's really it for this episode. Nagi is a manual whore,
Mhm.
and he kind of fails to do its talents, but at the end, he's able to do it with the help of Takahata and Yakumo. Episode 4. Let me see if I can remember this one.
Episode 4, I know, was it was a Kasumi episode, if I remember correctly. Because because I know that we got, like, after the first episode, we got a few episodes in a row that were devoted to the Rangers other than Kasumi. I mean, no, sorry, Taka.
Oh
Oh,
wait,
no, no, no,
wait,
no.
oh, wait,
Actually,
we
sorry,
missed
we
something.
got this wrong.
We missed something.
Yeah, this is the episode with Paon Maru.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay, sorry guys, our bad. Episode 4 is actually about a simulation training course meant for team building, and the ninjas are all trying to work together. Yakuma's like trying to tell everyone how to proceed with the tactics to be a team, and while they're doing it, it's basically Leroy Jenkins all over again. If you know that video on YouTube, where they make this big elaborate plan, and then the minute they're about to use it, the fiery hot redhead just goes running out and gets everything like all screwy. Except this time Takaharu actually pulled it off. But the problem with this the issue they're dealing with in this episode was making Takaharu understand that there's more to being in a team than being yourself. You have to rely on everyone else to help you out, or else you're not going to get it. So Takaharu is kind of put on like the bends, while everyone else like trying to, you know, work on being a team together, and he just goes off and like does his own powerhousing.
Yeah.
Well, Monster comes along, sets him up after he's eaten, while he's eating at the Odin stand,
Mhm.
and he's stuck in the stomach of the monster. And come to find out, his grandfather is actually the guy who runs the little Odin cart. By the way, Odin is like a Japanese noodly egg kind of thing.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. I never had it. But his grandfather's the guy who owns the cart, and while they're in the stomach, he kind of explains to him, "Look, how much do you like to how much do you like to taste of your eggs that you're eating nonstop in my cart earlier?" Because all he was eating was the eggs. He didn't care about the soup. He didn't care about the vegetables. He didn't care about anything. But he was out of eggs, so he's like, "Here, have this bowl so you can set up for a little while." He eats it. He's like, "This is actually really good. This is really amazing." And then he finds an egg at the bottom. He gives it to him to eat. He's like, "Oh my god, the egg tastes so much better with all the other things." And he's like, "Wait, is that what you're trying to tell me? That I'm good by myself, but I'm way better without with everyone else around me too?" And we're all like,
He's like, really though? You get that from food, but whatever. It's the same thing.
it's kind of a
so
fun way to mentor somebody. I'll give it that.
no, it's a good mentoring tactic for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So
Even though like the last claims he doesn't want to tutor his grandchildren, he does it on occasion. He'll give them advice on occasion.
well, I mean, he has to. I mean, they're fighting the big bads right now.
Exactly. Like he's not always there, but when he is, he always gets good advice.
Yeah,
He's kind of like a keeper from Dino Charge in that regard.
That's exactly who I was thinking.
yeah. So Takaharu and the grandpa escape the stomach, and Takaharu's like, "I'll attack." It's like, "Wait, hang on, Odin." And he starts like naming off like what everyone is, like Odin recipe wise, and they're all like, "What?" But they catch on eventually, except for Nagi. Nagi's like, "Whatever, I don't care, just do it."
Because Nagi's a kind of an idiot in this,
Yeah.
so yeah.
And they end up using teamwork and defeat the big bad. They get their first Otomanen Shuriken, which summons an elephant, which remarkably looks a lot like the Elephant Zord from Gower Ranger and
It
from
really does.
I don't remember where it's from now. What was the other elephant from?
Oh, like Dekaranger.
Yeah, there you go, Geki
Yeah.
Ranger. So
So this is our third elephant type Zord
that I've kept track of.
that's since Gekki Ranger.
Yeah. So, yay, new Zords.
Yeah, but actually, their auxiliary Zords are used differently. In Yao Ranger, they were used as a sword and shield. In Gekki Ranger, it was used as a mace, and in this one, it's actually used as actual transformation.
It's used as the body.
Yeah, body, and like has two different axes and stuff.
I think the Zords in this one are way better than anything else I've seen.
Yeah, even though I'm not really
Darts, darts,
fan of
darts,
the whole
darts, darts, darts.
Yeah, the
sitting in a like a chair type of thing, kind of really not really is a good flair for me, but I still like it though.
I love it.
yeah, that in general, like everything design wise is like leagues above ToQger. Like the suits look amazing, the mecha looks pretty decent, looks really nice. So we got some really good like visuals on this season.
Yeah, they stepped up their game up in this season.
Yeah. So,
So they really stepped up this season.
can I just say, like, right here, that I really, really like the Henson and the summoning of the Zords, because I love the chanting they have. I don't know why, but I love the nin, 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 nin. And then the darts, darts. Like, those two things are just, like, really cool to me. I don't know why.
And the roll call was pretty cool too. I really like that.
Yeah. No, the roll call is amazing. I love the roll call.
hmm
Like, I feel like, honestly, like, when they call for the Zords, it's like a tribal chant.
Yeah, like Donja.
Yeah. Wow, you can do that way better than I can. You're
Oh,
hired.
thanks.
And
I actually practice while I'm like watching the episodes when I watch it.
You have way too much free time in your hand.
Hey.
I'm still trying to learn some of their damn names. I just finally learned them all like a couple episodes ago.
I kind of did too, because it took me a while to remember everything.
Yeah. Episode 5 is actually one of my favorite ones in this season so far.
This is the one devoted to Kasumi, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah. You can talk about it some if you want, Nathan, since you're like a big fan of it.
So basically, kind of sum this one up. There's this yokai who is acting really like. I think he was like handing out balloons to somebody
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
To all the kids.
And the ninjas are just keeping an eye on him, and Kasumi keeps on showing up late because he's still in college. And Yakumo suggests that she give up college in order to like it's kind of a weird thing. Like it's like revolving around her having to balance out being in college while also being a ninja, and we also find out a little bit more about her like dream to become a scientist in this episode, and we even get a new mecha in this episode called I think it's called a UFO Maru, or
Yep.
which apparently their grandfather designed. He got the idea to design it after Kasumi's own dream about becoming a scientist and like possibly like studying like UFOs and like aliens and all
Yeah.
that. So
This is the episode where we find out what all the Zords are based off of. Apparently, the 5 main Zords are 5 things that each of the grandchildren like. For example, Nagi, because he's so young, probably like dump trucks.
mhm.
Yakumo loves dragons because it's all about magic. Takaharu is like a hard-headed hothead, so give him like a ninja to fight with. The train I don't really get, but okay, Kasumi. Or was that Fuka?
No, that was Kasumi.
Okay. What is Fuka? Dog?
Yeah, the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kasumi, Fuka likes a dog apparently. I don't understand the train, but whatever.
Oh, because it's technology. She loves the technology, so that kind of helps.
Yeah, but of
Though
all the technologies,
with the dump truck, I kind of get why he has dump truck, because he has license and all that stuff. So I'm guessing that maybe he has license in driving dump trucks. Maybe. No.
wow, I never thought of that. That's
And
actually pretty
then
good.
with Yakumo, he is based on magic and dragon. What better magic creature than a dragon?
I just said that, but okay.
Not to mention,
Sorry, I had to repeat
Yeah,
that.
no, that's cool. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
not to mention he is from England, which is in Europe, and dragons can be kind of associated with European mythology. So
Yeah.
Well, dragons are common among Japanese and English, so it's a blending of his two cultures.
yeah, that that's a good way of putting it.
So, in the episode, did you talk about the device and all that?
What was that?
I don't know if you mentioned the device that she made or not.
I remember she did make it a. Didn't she make a device like in a later episode that allowed them to communicate with?
Yeah, that's later on, though. She made one in this one, too.
Okay, I didn't mention that.
Okay. So, while, while they're fighting everything and she's, like, not there, there's a noticeable amount of time where she's not fighting, she's not helping her comrades. But then she appears with this device she made in her lab just now that cancels out the frequency of the yokai's balloon, like bombs and all that, or whatever the balloons did. I think it was like yeah, it was an illusion. The balloons made an illusion, which they canceled out by using the frequencies generator she made in her lab, which does help them win the day and get their Shuriken for UFO Maru.
Hmm.
And real funny part here, Raizo appears and he wants to fight, but Kyumon kind of stops him from fighting Takaharu by creating some monsters for them to fight at the mecha level. So they go. He tells Raizo, "Yo, wait right here. I'll be right back." And Raizo's like, "Okay." And Takaharu, after the fight, is back at the dojo like, "I know I'm forgetting something." And we cut back to Raizo still standing in the same spot waiting. Like, where are you? That was a really well done scene. It
It
just
was.
it
It was pretty
blends it
funny.
blends the best parts of the season with the comic relief, the seriousness, and also the good action.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I really love this episode a lot.
And I do like that in each episode, like there's actual danger, not it's just an imagination town being attacked, or they're losing imagination or something. It's actual threats.
Yeah,
Not saying that anything ToQger wasn't threatening. It was just that like I want everybody to be aware of what situation is instead of just being like, oh well, the kids know what's going on, but the adults know. Don't.
yeah. After this, we have the Kamen Rider Drive and Ninninger team up, which I can't really talk about because I don't know anything about Drive and I haven't seen the movie. But I guess we can wait and like do that one later on.
Yeah. It's pretty funny though, like with seeing Takaharu and Shinosuke interact with each other.
And for those of you who don't know, Shinosuke Tomari is Kamen Rider Drive, and by this point they also had the secondary rider Go. What's his last name?
Shichimura, I think.
Yeah, Go Shima or something. So we have the five knee ninjas crossing over with the two main riders from Kamen Rider Drive,
Oh, cool.
Drive and Mach.
Yep. Kamen Rider Mark.
Let's mention.
Like he literally says it every time he hinges him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his thing.
So, episode 6 is also another one of my favorite episodes in the season so far. Um, it basically begins with them taking another test where they fight a virtual yokai of some kind. And they all get through it just fine with no problem, except for Takaharu, who uses his big fire blast and burns not only the monster defeating him, but burns himself. So, his dad gives him a failing grade, so he has to do a retake. And he's stuck in the testing area until he can pass the test. Meanwhile, Raizo appears, and he's like, "Hey, where's Red?" And they're like, "Oh, he's not here." So he kidnaps Fuka, and fights the other guys, and then runs away with Fuko. And
Hey you! Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. You can also check out Anime Secrets on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. Do you want more than that? I know you do. Then go to our website where you can see daily updates and articles and exclusive interviews.